Today I'm reviewing a guitar which is pretty hard to get these days, but I thought it's worthy of a review because you don't really see a ton of in-depth reviews on these guitars on YouTube for whatever reason. But this is the Epiphone Joe Bonamassa Les Paul. And Joe put his name on this thing. These came out about 2014, about 1,000 of them made, and they were made to Joe's specifications, and he wanted to get a guitar that he thought was as close to his imprint in the hands of people for an economic price. So they were branded Epiphone. They also came out under the Gibson logo, but were at a much higher price point. But since this is a budget guitar show, I am reviewing the Epiphone branded model of Joe Bonamassa Les Paul. And again, there's a distinction to be made here, though. This is by no means a cheap, low-end guitar. This guitar was made with premium components, which I'm going to go over, and it's an extremely great value for what you're getting. Let's go over some of the components first. And before I get into that, for those of you that don't know, I mean, Joe Bonamassa is probably one of the top 5 blues rock guitar players alive. He is just an incredible talent. He was a child prodigy. Started out playing guitar when he was about 4 or 5. By the time he was around 8, he was touring with B.B. King, and he was under the tutelage of Danny Gatton. So this guy is just, a phenomenal musician. Great guitar player, great vocalist, incredible songwriter. And he's played with Bloodline, he's played with Glenn Hughes and other bands, he's toured with other bands and guest appeared with other bands, but he's really well known and mostly known for his solo career. He is just a fantastic guitar player. So if you're not familiar with Joe Bonamassa, I'd highly recommend you checking him out. But in any event, he's a perfectionist and decided to come out with his own line of guitars. So he made sure the best things were put onto this guitar. So the pickups are actually Gibson pickups. They're Gibson Burstbucker 2-3 pickups on this guitar. So these are not Epiphone pickups, they're Gibson pickups. Tuners on this guitar are Grover 18-to-1 ratio tuners. So these are, good quality Grover tuners. Hold tune extremely well. Really well-made tuners. The bridge is a lock tone stop bar tune-o-matic bridge. So it is a very good quality bridge on the guitar. Again, the components, the bridge, the pickups, the tuners, you're going to find these on Gibsons. So this is a phenomenal value when you think about it for an Epiphone, because what you're getting for the money is really top quality stuff. The fretboard is rosewood. Right? It's a rosewood fretboard with the trapezoid style Gibson inlays on the fretboard. It has a off-white pearl type binding on the fretboard as well as the front of the guitar. The color of the guitar is just outstanding. I don't know how well you can see this, but it is Pelham blue, and it has a light metallic flake to it. Really pretty Pelham blue. On the back, it's just solid black, and obviously the neck along the back of the headstock. Gloss finish. The neck. This is designed by Joe, and again, he is a big fan of 50s Les Pauls, 58, 59 Les Pauls. With that is a thick neck. This neck is baseball bat thick. I don't know if you can see the girth of this thing well on the video, but if you don't like thick necks, you're not going to like this guitar. That's full disclosure. If you do, you're going to love it. Heavy. This thing is probably anywhere between 9 and 10 pounds. I didn't weigh it, but it's got a good weight to it, like most Les Pauls do. What else? The knobs. Each pickup has its own tone and volume knob, right? So what Joe did is he decided to make a distinction between the knobs for the pickup. So the lower tone and volume knobs are a light gold, and the higher tone and volume knobs are almost like a copper color, and they're slightly different shapes to the top. One top is flat and one top is kind of recessed. He did that so he can differentiate between, I guess he's going quickly when he's playing, between the tone and the volume knobs. Black pickguard on the guitar. The back of the headstock just simply has a serial number on top and Epiphone and the year, 2014, stamped below it. The only thing I'm really not crazy about, and again, it's a really personal thing, is the shape of the Epiphone headstocks, which I'm just not wild about the clipped ears on it. The newer ones don't. They look a little bit more like Les Paul headstocks, but again, this model came out in 2014, and this is what it is. It simply says Les Paul model on it, and it says Bonamassa on the truss rod cover. So, great guitar, fantastic components you're getting for the money. This is, again, as close as you're going to get to a Gibson guitar under the Epiphone logo. Highly recommend it. So what I'm going to do, and again, the other thing I didn't mention is 22 medium jumbo frets, for those of you that need to know that, and it has a bone nut. So I'm forgetting a couple of things here, which is important. Case. It ships with a Lifton, I believe is the brand, hard case. It's a nice hard case that comes with this. And in the case, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to get a certificate of authenticity, which is a little blurb of Joe on top, lists the serial number, signed by Bonamassa, which is probably not an original signature, and again, his picture of him playing the guitar. So that's what comes with it. I'll be back in a couple of minutes with connecting this thing so you can hear a little bit of how it sounds. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So you can get a chance to hear what some of these pickups sound like going through a Fender, small little Fender Mustang amp. Just playing it clean. This is going to be the bridge pickup first, okay? Now I'm going to play bridge and neck pickup. And then finally just the neck. Now I'll put some distortion on. Here we got the just the neck pickup. And now neck and bridge. And now just the bridge pickup. those are some sounds, folks, for the Bonamassa Les Paul, and I apologize for the audio and the playing, but I just wanted to give you some idea of what the pickup sounded like. Great little Les Paul style guitar. I will put, again, a description below of the guitar. You can't really buy it anymore unless you get one of these things used on eBay or Reverb. It's a great alternative to a regular Gibson Les Paul. They're not inexpensive, especially now that they're very, very limited quantities available of this thing. But it is as close to a Les Paul as you're going to get, because it's got Gibson pickups in it, and Grover tuners, so it has the thorough pedigree of a Les Paul, but the Epiphone on the headstock. Okay, guys. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want more content. And until the next time, be well and stay safe. Take care, folks.